Okay, I'm here to do my daily video again. Use my Deviant Moon deck. I'm gonna hurry up and try to get this in. Try to make it short and quick and be done with it. Um, Deviant Moon deck, of course. And this is one that I don't trim because I think it'll be too skinny if I trim the borders on. For those who don't watch videos, I do like trim cards. Cut the borders off. Anyway, looks like a lot of emotion going on for the day because I have all cups here. The water element of being, feelings, emotion, things going on internally. Not always just internally, but you know about just your emotions, your feelings, your intuitions, and everything else that seem to be going on with that. And with the missing elements, you're missing your fire, your air, and your earth. So that comes into play also when actually doing readings for yourself and for other people. For yourself is not always as clear. Yesterday's was basically, mine was pretty much on the money with what kind of hit me with it. Either way, I like to look at the numbers. I have a 9 and a 2, which is 11, and I have an 8. So that's going to be 19, and that's going to be 1 plus 9, which is a 10. Now that 0 at the end of it is always going to make it a little bit stronger, whatever the deal is. But the number 1 is all about, uh, you know, uh, that 9-year cycle, or on dailies is a little different. It just kind of gives that energy. But it's a day for leadership, kind of independent type deal, where you're in a position to make where you're making decisions and also making some progress and advancement. You're heading, trying to push for your goals. You're starting off, and you got a lot of fire and a lot of energy to start off with something. When those ones come up, always great to start something new, any type of new venture when that number 1 comes up. The only thing is, with the number 1, because it is a lower number and it deals with a lot with ego, is you got to be watch out for being impulsive, and of course look at the cards and see if there may be any energies there showing being a little bit too harsh or anything like that, and too impulsive. Now this is a card I got yesterday, but it was upright, and today I've got it reversed. It's the 9 of Cups, but boom, came up reversed today, so not looking great. But like I said, with dailies, it's always myself or someone around me, especially with tarot, as opposed to the Norman cards that I do use. I can seem to get them a lot of times to be more specific to me. Uh, uh, you know, it just they seem to work that way. Either way, central card here, 2 of Cups. That's a good card. Good card for communicate, connections with people and so forth. And it is upright, so that's a good deal. And the final card here is the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is reversed. So, I kind of feel maybe this is a good deal. It depends on what the 8 of Cups, because of the fact of how that energy seems to work. But anyway, going back over here to that 9 of Cups, that 9 of Cups reversed. The 9 of Cups is basically your wish card. And when it comes up reversed, with me, it seems to a lot of times, really, not getting your wish when this comes up, something you're hoping for and wish for. But a lot of times I can get being a bit unrealistic, especially with it being a number 1 day. If you have something that you're desiring, you're wanting, and so forth, you need to pay attention to having unrealistic desires. Things are, being too grand. Something definitely needs to be watched for. And the same thing with too much of a good thing. You know, Going too far with something. A lot of times you'll find that, especially because of the cups, people who drink and stuff like that, which I really don't drink, so it's not that big of a deal. But there's basically being preoccupied with sensual pleasures because it's a cups, and it coming up reversed. It's basically going too much into just overindulgence. So that's definitely a warning there. And again, like I said, it could be myself or somebody else around me. It just a very need to not be too extravagant with something. in your life. So the next card I have here, and the central card for the day, is that Two of Cups, and that's a good card. A lot of times, especially with a relationship reading, that's an excellent card to come up with, showing a strong connection with people. Now, of course, I don't expect that really being with me. Of course, I'm very happy already, but usually this is about a happy union or connection. It's about sharing and having an attraction, for somebody when this card does come up. Um, it does seem, some type of, a lot of times, a love affair. So you may, I could be hearing about somebody who gets in a relationship, and I was thinking about that yesterday also. So there's or yesterday and the day before, but somebody's been on my mind, and I like to know how that person is doing. I may get in contact with them, but if there's been any kind of hostility or issues, arguments, and so forth that's going on in a relationship, when this card shows up, this is going to show that there's an end to it. There's issues have been resolved. They've had basically. An understanding. There's balance, because it is a number two. The equilibriums come back, and it's harmonious relationships. But if things are going well, of course, it's just basically it's going to continue to be well, and that's a great thing. So good card to show up for the center there. Now the last card here is the Eight of Cups, and it is reversed. Like I said, all cups today, all water, a lot of emotion going on. But Eight of Cups reverse is, it's all about refusing to move on. Kind of now, this can go either way, and it depends on the cards that's around it and so forth. But there seems to be a refusal. Maybe you feel like you're happy and you're satisfied. So if it makes this connection here, that's a good thing. But you definitely need to watch out for going too far with things. But again, this is again. This can also be because the number 8 deals with the outer world and socializing and so forth, instead of saying to yourself and to your personal relationships. You could be out kind of socializing a little bit, and that just kind of hit me because the cards, you get different things, but that is definitely a connection there, and it seems to be like more of a enjoying yourself and having fun and having pleasure. Again, need to revert over this card and saying whatever it is, don't have too much fun, because it could definitely cause a problem there. Um, I don't really see going into like parties or anything like that with that, but that could be a situation there with that. Either way, this seems to be when it is reversed, you can see the woman's walking away from something, like being dissatisfied and walking away. But when it comes up reversed, it seems to be basically um, you stand in an emotional situation, just like I just said earlier, um, um, being happy and so forth when this comes up. Um, such as maybe if there's been any issues or problems in a current relationship, setting aside this card here, looks like there's going to be some kind of resolution and being happy and staying with things. That's not really an issue with me that I know of here at home, but that's just a situation. Now, something I think that kind of hit me with this is letting go. Someone seems to be also, I think, having a tight rein, especially with this card over here, and it deals with maybe that ego issue that's going on or whatever, but being able maybe to let go of a past relationship or past hurts and past relationships, they're unable to let go so they can move on the way they need to. Even it's kind of like you get stuck in a rut, worried about trying to move on, and trying to because this is you need to watch for settling for mediocrity instead of what is what you're able to have when this card shows up too. But again, like I said, it depends on how this plays out right here. Like I said, if it's a new relationship with somebody, it could be somebody that is settling for somebody maybe to help get themselves over an older relationship. You know, right now they're kind of happy with it and so forth. There's definitely a connection, but just something to look at. Um, you know, like I said, this card can go back and forth on how it goes. Sitting beside this card right here, I think it kind of, you know, it looks pretty good. This card, it kind of worries me. And again, on a daily reading, each card can play out separately by itself, you know, with myself or others around me, or um, some days they'll all work together. And these two cards I feel are working together more of anything. This is a type of influence over here. The central issue is definitely going to be some type of relationship situation. So I think maybe, you know, somebody's kind of sticking with a relationship, maybe trying to hold on to some emotional issues and everything from a past relationship, even though they do have that, uh, you know, connection, some type of connection with somebody there. But either way, again, it's there's always you could you can be returning to an old relationship when this shows up right here. Okay, with that entire spread, the way things looking in that situation, with that 9 of Cups, you know, not getting what you desire, could be making a connection, a relationship connection, getting back together with somebody, uh, and sticking to an old relationship. And with the way this is set up, though, this is saying that it may not very well be good for you. So that's something I'll be looking out for if I see within my day that somebody is maybe getting back with somebody in an old relationship or something like that, because it doesn't seem to be that it's going to work out. And again, this could always, like I said, just be something I hear about and so forth. But it is something for me to look at, definitely for myself, as always. You always look at the things that are going on with yourself in your life. But a lot of times with my dailies, because I don't have a whole lot of excitement that goes on in my life, this seems to be things that go on around me. So that's going to be my reading for the day. I hope you enjoy it. I thank everybody for watching, and I'll be back.